Welcome back to Version Control. I'm Sarthak. I'm a software engineer at Amazon.
I'm Soumya. I'm a senior software engineer at Microsoft.
Yeah, we really do need an intro where we don't have to repeat this every time.
I know. And after restarting the episode for the fourth time, finally.
Yeah, I don't know. This part is hard for me, man. Alright, but anyways, I'll cut to the chase. Today, we're doing random opinion generator. We're bringing this episode back. I think we had a lot of fun when we did this last time.
Yep.
To define this episode, what we do is basically we pick some topics out of a jar. We call this a jar of opinions. And we basically comment on them and tell our thoughts for them at a time-bound basis of 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yep.
The other person will time us. Then we'll have a response from the other person and we move on to the next topic.
Right.
Before we get started, so big news coming this week was of Ratan Tata passing away.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments?
I think it's a sad thing for India, right? I think he was a great businessman. He built so many brands, so many companies. I think people looked up to him a lot. So I think it's sad. What about you?
Same thing. Yeah, I think as far as industrialists go, he was one of the good ones in India.
Yeah.
He had a lot of respect from a lot of people, and few industrialists managed to reach that tag and actually become a household name of
Exactly.
respect and people who want people who be an aspiration to people. I don't know why I messed that up so much. Okay.
Yeah.
So he definitely was an aspiration to a lot of people, and somewhere or the other, even of the numerous accounts you hear, I always hear he was a nice person, down to earth and all that. So
And he really loved animals. He really cared for them. Yeah.
True. Yeah, and I think it's a sad thing, and I think these things happen eventually, but when they hit you, you don't realize that it just happened.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. All right. We'll start with the episode.
Yeah.
So who goes first? Rock,
We
paper,
don't.
scissors?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Best of one?
Best of one.
Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. That didn't work out. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, you
go
won.
first. You go first.
I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to give this a shake?
Sure. Opening the jar of opinions.
Yeah, and you can throw the lid away. Yeah. All right. Let me not look at it while taking it out.
Okay.
I'll keep this here.
What is it? What is it?
Engineering wave in India.
Nice.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when you were?
Yeah, you can time me.
Yep.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
And we're starting.
Yeah. So I think engineering currently has definitely become the most sought out field in India. Maybe still behind government jobs because there are few states out there who are still obsessed and are running after them. But in terms of the starting pay and other industries that India has, IT is definitely. I truly agree that there is a wave in India right now for engineering, specifically computer science. In this case, since the topic doesn't specify, but I feel it is for computer science. I do feel that a lot of people who are getting into this field don't realize what they're getting into. They see it as a quick money field when it's actually a very complex problem solving field. The good thing is that this industry has a low entry bar. You just need to go to YouTube and start binging on tutorials. So even if you don't have the full interest, you can carve out a place for yourself. But I think my biggest worry is that a lot of people who have no idea what this industry does are getting into it without any headwind of what they're gonna face, and that would mean that can mean disaster for their careers.
Right.
So it's not their fault. India is currently lagging behind in other industries, specifically with easy access to jobs. So I hope that improves so that people have that choice also to go there. Yeah.
Well done. With 12 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm usually good with time.
Sure.
That's a self-plug. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Give me your opinion on that opinion.
So I do agree. Engineering has been the most sought after field right now, right? And especially computer science. I've seen students go just get into a good college with a branch like mechanical engineering, and then they study so hard for the first year just to get to shift branches to computer science in the next year, right? So it is the most sought after field. And the second thing I think you said that really made sense to me was this thing, right? Like a lot of people are just getting into IT and computer science just for the quick money because starting pay for other jobs is just not as great. But I think over a long period of time, I think then you find your career stagnate, right? Because if you're truly not interested in the field, I think it's harder for you to get that interest and keep growing. So yeah, I really hope other jobs also kind of pick up pace,
Yep.
and people
Yep.
can really get jobs they're truly interested in. But all in well, I think I love to see good engineers coming out of our country.
Yeah, that's true. And I hope good engineering also starts coming out at a pace that can match the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I feel like India, even though has a large number of engineers, most of them are trapped in service-based industries.
Exactly.
The more we can transfer to product-based, the better. But
The
yeah,
better.
I guess I don't get to make that comment in this episode because I have used up my time.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the next topic.
Yep.
I'll shake it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look at it when you pick it up.
Why?
You
Because
look up.
I can't really make out what's in there.
Yeah, I know,
Right.
but still,
Okay.
let's not have any doubts.
What do I have?
What do you
Ooh, I have Apple Intelligence.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we put that in there. Yeah.
This is so last week. Ready when you are?
Yeah, well, I have to time you, right?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, get your head out of your butt.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Apple Intelligence, right? I hate that. I hate that they reuse the term AI just to make it specific to Apple, right? I do feel it will make iPhone more fun, right? iPhone, MacBooks, iPads, all your Apple devices more fun because you will have more personalized experiences, right? Siri would know what you like, what you don't like. You can do so much more, right? However, I am not aligned with the policy the way Apple is releasing it. One being it is only available for a subset of devices. Because it's also a personal grudge because I have a 14 Pro Max and I don't get to use Apple Intelligence. Right, it's only for the newer devices. So that I feel is one bias. And then the other day we were talking about this thing that even if you're on iOS 18. You still have to join a wait list to be able to use Apple Intelligence, right? So I do understand where they're coming from, right? But I think if you make tech, just give it to all your users, right? If it's like, if you really say it's gonna be able to do all the things that you say it will, why not just give it to all your customers? Treat them the same, man. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So you're done?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Apple did give out a statement for both of these. The first one being why your phone doesn't get it is hardware limitations, which I'm not sure if they are there because if you benchmark you have the
I have the
A16
A16 one.
Bionic chip, right? Or A15, I think.
Yeah.
And the A17 chip, there's not much difference except for one ML part they have introduced. So yeah, I don't know how much truth that statement holds.
Yeah.
And for the second part, they have given justification that they need to scale up servers accordingly.
Yeah. That made sense to me too, the waitlist part. But I just feel like if you announce a feature, you should have prepped for it better.
I think this is finally we are seeing the industry of phones also shipping with promises of features that rather than shipping with the feature,
Right.
which is a first in this industry also, I think.
Right.
Even though software is famous for it, but in general. Yeah, I mean, those are good points, I feel. I'm divided on whether it will actually make a significant dent in the experience of using an iPhone. I feel it will not. I
Okay.
feel like it's a gimmick, whole AI wave actually,
I see.
which might not have a effect of, that your phone, I cannot live without this feature, right?
I think I do agree with the second part. I do feel like even though it'll be fun to use it, it's not something I can live with. Like it won't be a feature like I can't live without.
Yeah, maybe it gets there in 3-4 years. We don't
Yeah.
know that, but for now, in its current form and shape, I see it as a novelty.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
Alright.
talk.
Yeah. Give it to me. Okay. I have short form content and mental health.
I love this topic. I so wanted to get it, but I guess you get to rant about it for 1.5 minutes.
Yeah. A technical break, I'm going to sneeze.
Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
I think I'm good.
It's that annoying moment where you feel like you're gonna sneeze, but it doesn't come in now. There's just like a little itch in your
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's.
Hmm.
I think we can get started. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Ready? Go.
All right. So I am gonna come at this from the history of social media.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have arrived at short form content, video content after a long and long, winding road. We had text based social medias, we had photo based social medias, we had video based social medias, and then we finally arrived at video based social media that looks like photos and it's very short, short span of content. And I think in all of social media's evolution, we always had that one factor of whether you can get people that dopamine hit
Hmm.
or you can get them the FOMO, right? That's the two part they used to live on, and I think FOMO also in the end kind of triggers the same part of human emotions that dopamine kicks, right? Where you want to kind of consume it and just try to solve it. So what I believe is short form video content definitely has cracked the code for the easiest way for humans to get a dopamine hit, right? And that dopamine hit is making it addiction a really big problem there. So yeah, I'm personally down to there being more studies about this, but I genuinely feel even my attention span by watching short form content has reduced. I look for instant validation in a lot of things. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I kind of messed that up. I could have phrased it better, but I guess that's the point of this format. Yeah. All right,
Okay.
give me opinions.
Opinions. I do agree with the dopamine hit part, right? There is like the doom scrolling. The term doom scrolling is just like so relevant, right? That when you go to bed in the night, you just keep scrolling and scrolling because your brain is like addicted to that reward system, and you keep seeing content, and it's like just so much random content being thrown at you, right? It's context switching. It's getting dopamine hit. It's just not cool. Right?
Yeah.
And the strongest opinion I have on this is basically I mean social media with especially teenagers and growing minds, right, was always like a weird line, right? Whether or not it's right or whether or not they should be allowed to use it. But I think with short form content, that conversation just goes on the next level, right? Because they have developing brains, right? And if you expose them to this doom scrolling and just shifting focus every 10 seconds, are you really letting their brains develop in the right way where they are not able to where they have shorter attention spans and they're not able to focus on anything, right? So that is like what I'm really scared about, the effect of this in like kids and teens. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I really hope people research into this.
Definitely, and I think a lot of companies are blindly rushing into it. Also, I think every day I wake up and I see, not every day I wake up, but every few months I see that some other content app has made shorts their default landing page.
Yeah,
YouTube
LinkedIn
did it.
LinkedIn now has like shorts. That is so crazy to me.
That's what, right? And not just that they have it, they're making it the landing page.
Yeah.
So, like if you open YouTube, you land on the shorts page first, and then you have to switch to YouTube. I don't know if iPhone has this yet, but Android has this now.
Oh, iPhone doesn't have it
Okay,
yet.
so so these are the kind of things, right? Even Instagram is promoting short form content, which used to be a photo based. So they're rushing into it to get the market share because they know it's addictive, but nobody is really asking questions as to should we be doing this.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, good talk.
Good talk.
Let's move on to the next topic. Okay, wait, they are stuck. Let me just give them a wall like this. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I have to look up, even though this technically has no point to how random this opinion is going to be. Subscription based apps. This is something you have a lot of opinions on.
But I mean, I put the topic in there, but yeah, let's see. Like, I want to hear your opinion on it.
Okay.
Cool. Ready?
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah. Just for our viewers, this topic was added to this jar because Sarthak hated the model of good notes. Right? And I actually do agree with that. Just give your users the whole thing. I do think it's a very capitalistic, a little greedy approach to a way to like sell your apps, right? I don't really like for streaming services and everything. I understand because you're creating new content every month or so, right? We have weekly releases, so I do realize that why am I paying like monthly, right? But for some other app, right? Like there are Notion or any other premium feature app, like utility apps basically, right? I don't want to get a subscription for those, primarily because why? You're not giving me new features every month or so, right? And I could just purchase one version of the app, live on it for as long as I want, and upgrading to new features should be my choice, right? So that is how I feel about. I think this conversation went a little all over the place, but I think to sum it up, I want to say, like, if it's a utility app, I hate paying for subscriptions because I do think it's a very greedy model for companies to do it. And that's it. That's basically my opinion on this.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. You were just in time. There's 4 seconds left.
It's just so all over the place.
Yeah, that's fine. This is the... Yeah, I don't think we need to think more about that in this type of episodes, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you my opinion on it. Okay, so for me, it's equivalent to this.
Yeah.
So if I buy a screwdriver, I don't pay a monthly fees to the screwdriver company to use that screwdriver.
That's actually correct, right?
If a new version of the screwdriver comes out, I can choose to buy that.
Yeah.
Right? And if I don't want to buy that, I won't buy that. But this screwdriver I can use forever I want.
Yeah.
Right? And then you take something like this for Photoshop, for example, like Adobe Photoshop. They used to be one-time payment long back. But now they moved to this Creative Cloud subscription, which I think almost everybody in the industry hates. But there's no choice because the tool is also good. I'm not denying that the tool is not good, right? And this just doesn't make sense, right? The same analogy here, you feel like it's a tool, but I have to pay every time I use the tool. I'm being forced to rent the tool instead of, just buy the tool, in the first place.
That's the annoying part.
Yeah.
The other thing that I think we were discussing was also like tech is one thing, buying apps is one thing, but we were also looking at the feature-based car things,
yes,
right?
I was just going to come to that. Yeah,
that was super annoying.
Yeah, for context, BMW, I think.
It's called BMW. Is it BMW or is it BMW?
If you are German, you call it BMW, but rest of the world just calls it BMW. So,
okay.
I think German, there is no W, W is V.
I see.
Don't quote me on that, but that's what it is, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that distraction aside, BMW rolled, I think it was BMW, might be another German brand, definitely a German brand, rolled out heated car seats as an add-on subscription on top of the car you buy.
Yeah.
Which means that all the tech is there in the car.
Yeah.
Like, all the chips and whatever sensors you need.
Yeah.
But then to activate them, you have to pay a fees.
Exactly. Right? That is so annoying. That is such a greedy approach to take.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I hope that doesn't become the norm, but you never know with these things. Like once one starts doing it, others see it, and they're like, "Oh, we can make money that
cash
way."
grab.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Next one is yours.
Yep.
How many have we done so far?
Two each. Yeah. I think we have time for one more each.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, this is a news story of Bhavesh Agarwal, the CEO of Ola, saying Saturday, Sunday is a Western thing that has been imported wrongly into India.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Fun.
All right.
Let me know when you want to say. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure 1.5 minutes are gonna be enough?
Yeah. I mean, I have a. It won't usually, but I know what I have to say.
Okay.
So,
ready? Go.
Yeah. So this is gonna be two parts. One is this concept, this statement itself. It is pretty stupid, right? I'll just say this plain. Okay. I mean, to come from a company that actually calls itself a tech company, even though it's a car rental company hiding behind this, and maybe an EV company, we don't even know what they're doing there, basically, right? It's just so stupid, and I think it's just one of those things where, it shows the mentality of a lot of Indians who consider everything Western to be bad, first of all, right? And to say that this is a Western thing is basically he's trying to get that crowd to be angry about something that he wants. He's trying to use that crowd for his own agenda. So that's pretty bad, right? Like as a tech CEO, is this the best thing you can do right now? I've heard Ola is like drowning in customer failures and customer complaints. Maybe focus on that instead of doing stuff like this. The second part of it is on the CEO itself. Yep. Which is basically, we all know that you want to be Elon Musk, but Elon Musk has done a lot of stuff that you haven't come close to. To compare yourself to Tesla while you make scooters and they make cars. It's just on like insane to me. And just focus on the things you do. Don't dabble into all this shit. I know this people think that this strategy works out for them as a CEO, but this is not gonna be viable long term. I'm done. I think I
Oh
have 1
my
second
god,
left.
that was like
Yeah, I was running a mental counter in my head also. That's why-
nice.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I sped up in the last two. That's why I sped up in the last two, kind of finish it off. Yeah, but yeah, give me opinions.
So, without trying to like call out Bhavesh Agarwal for what he said and what kind of person he is, I think it's a ridiculous statement in general. I think health of your employees and focusing on like mental health of your employees, that they get breaks and they do their best work, it's not a Western or a Indian concept. It's a human freaking concept, right? Like if you as a CEO are advertising things like Saturday Sundays off is like a stupid thing, we should be working 7 days a week for 70 hours, why would I as an engineer, as a human being, will ever want to work for you?
Yeah.
Right? So it's just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about it.
If you think of it this way, I mean, it's no doubt that Ola copied Uber's idea.
Of course, right.
So do you think Ola is also a Western concept and they should not be doing this in India? Like at least think of these arguments right before you say something like this.
Exactly. They were like, oh, we saw Uber in Western world and we're gonna make a Indianized version of it, and that's what Ola is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
This is the last one. Go.
Give me. I'll pick the bottom one.
What do you get? What do you get?
Oh my god. People are gonna come at me for this, whatever I say. Tabs versus spaces.
Oh, nice. We got a light-hearted topic at the end. Maybe not that light-hearted, but yeah.
People are gonna come at you if you call it light-hearted. Right? Okay. I dropped it, I don't know why. For dramatic effects. Okay. So, tabs versus spaces, right? I used to feel very strongly about this topic, right? But now I don't anymore, and I'll tell you why, right? When you're working on a large code base, right, where multiple people are collaborating over things, the only thing that matters is consistency, right? It doesn't matter like what your personal opinion is, what you care about. The only thing that matters is the code you wrote. Why do you have a poker face? Okay, never mind. The only thing that matters is that the code you wrote is consistent throughout, and if somebody else tries opening in their IDE, it aligns. It doesn't be like there's a if here and there's a brace like 10 spaces away. Right? And there are always tools. Like if you're a tabs person, when you're working on your code base, you can convert the spaces into tabs. When if you're a tab person and your code base aligns with spaces, convert it into spaces, push it out, right? So yes, there is a personal convenience to whether you believe in tabs or spaces, but what I'm trying to say is, like, in the big picture, it does not matter.
Okay.
That is my opinion on it. This is like really reminding me of that one scene from Silicon Valley where he tries jumping 8 stairs at once to make like a point. And personally, I'm a spaces person because it does not change from like computer to computer.
Done.
And
You lost it.
Oh my god, I'm so bad.
But I'll let you finish that last sentence.
Yeah, like I'm a spaces person because it's the same on every device.
Yeah. Oh, that's my iPad saying.
I'm freaking that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Opinions, please. Do you think it matters?
I agree about the consistency.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think it matters in the sense, I think some people are definitely too, like,
aggressive
about it. I've had those conversations too.
Yeah.
If there is only one thing to say here, right? You should arrive at a consensus as a team what to use. The other person should just agree ultimately. And if they don't, you just have to let them go.
Yeah.
Right? Because how can you have someone using some other, category which is not spaces? Because spaces are better. So
Good one.
yeah, no, but yeah, I totally think like people who actually invented.
If you're a tabs person, we kind of apologize, but we also don't.
Yeah, no, I think I am a spaces person till I write Python. Then I realize why tabs exist and why is it so good. Okay, do you write Python?
No, not really. in
Okay,
my
so
day-to-day.
are you aware of Python, how it works?
Yeah, I mean, the indentation is basically just spaces between
Yeah,
the
it's a
functions. Yeah,
code block, like curly braces
yeah,
becomes spaces here. So
yeah.
there I enjoy tabs
They're
because
definitely
yeah,
right.
but
Otherwise, they're like
yeah, it's very hard that way.
yeah.
So, but yeah, otherwise I think definitely on a serious note, you need consistency is what matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you talk about I'll tell you why I like spaces. If you talk about consistency, I think spaces are as precise as you can get. Even if you
Exactly.
take the file and put it somewhere else,
That's
a
what,
space
yeah.
will be interpreted as a space.
Hmm.
But a tab between Mac and Windows can change a lot,
Yeah.
right? And that's my personal reason for using spaces.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, exactly right. So,
Hmm.
but if you want to use tabs, if it is more convenient for you, that's fine. But you need to align to the team what the team does, and
Exactly.
use that accordingly.
Right.
Yeah, that definitely won't settle the tabs with the spaces war. I think the people who invented tab also didn't realize what catastrophe they're about to release on the world when they did it, and now we're here where. But yeah, if for anyone who hasn't watched Silicon Valley,
That
is
scene
really
is
good.
amazing.
But I have a correction for you.
Yeah.
Tabs is 7 spaces, not 8.
Really?
Yes.
In the show they said 8, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You have a shitty memory.
Well, that's that then.
Alright, cool. So that marks the end of 6 topics. I think we are good on time.
Mhm.
We can. I don't think we can do more. I think
Yeah.
this aligns well.
I mean, either way, rogues are a recurring thing.
Recurring
so.
thing, yeah. So topics that we didn't catch today will be moved on to the next episode.
Yep.
For people who don't know, topics that did not caught last time will also move to this episode. I think tabs for the spaces was one
It
of the
was
topics.
one of the previous ones.
Yeah,
we just
which-
didn't pick it.
Yeah,
last
it was
time.
never picked up there.
Yeah.
If you want to add topics to
The jar of opinions.
the jar of opinions, do drop him down in comments, DM us on Instagram, talk to us in office. I don't know, like if you see us around. So yeah, cool. Any closing comments?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, cool. Like, share, and subscribe. And also follow us on Instagram. We are on Spotify. Do give us a listen there if you want to listen to us during commutes. And yeah, alright, see you in the next episode. Bye bye.